Welcome everyone, my name is Judy Love and thank you for coming to my channel. If you are new here, we talk about things home decor. I also give you a storyline into my life and share some lifestyle content with you guys and just kind of go on the journey of everything Judy loves. So if you're interested in learning more or joining this journey, feel free to click that subscribe button and then you'll be able to get more content like this.
And also don't forget to turn on that notification bell because you'll get notified every time I upload a new video.
Okay, let's get into the video. We're going to be talking about how I prepare for my holiday decor shopping and how I don't break the bank. So I did get this comment above from Sarah Grace and she asked me basically, how do I save money? How do I plan to do all this? And I'm gonna talk to you guys about the 5 tips that I do to help me save money, but also helps me plan my holiday decor shopping. So now let's get into those 5 different things that I do to prepare for my holiday decor shopping. 1, I find inspiration and make a list of the places in the house that I want to focus on. 2, I have to create a budget. So I need to know how much money I'm going to spend when I'm going shopping because I don't like to spend money and I want to get a lot of discounts. And 3, you have to plan the stores that you're going to be going to because that is pivotal to knowing how to stay in budget and planning the stores that will help you decide what items will go into each space. Number 4, shop multiple times before the holiday rather than doing one big holiday shopping splurge because you will get sticker shock if you do one big trip versus doing small trips throughout the weeks or months before the holidays. And number 5, last and not least, reduce, reuse, and recycle items from the previous holiday, or you can also shop your house. Now that you know what the 5 different things are that I do to prepare for the holiday, so let's get to it. So the first thing that I do to prepare for my holiday decor shopping is find inspiration and make a list of the places in my house that I want to decorate. What I typically do with that is I will create Pinterest boards to find different themes that I might be going for, and then I also will look at YouTube videos as well as look at Instagram Reels or Instagram posts to get an idea. In order to do that though, I have to decide what places in my house do I actually want to decorate. When I'm thinking about places in my house that I want to decorate, I tend to focus on places where I entertain in and there will be people seeing the decor that I'm putting up because you don't want to put up decor that no one's gonna see, right? So I tend to focus on only those areas to decorate. So once I've identified those areas, I will then create different pins organizing each room and finding inspiration for those rooms. This helps me get an idea of what I'm looking for, what I want to focus on, what I think I will buy for those spaces. It gives me kind of a blanket idea of how much I'm going to get because that helps me move on to the next step, which is the budget. So it helps me identify how much items that I practically will need to get. I will then decide how much I will need to spend for those items. So the budget's really important to me, right? I definitely focus on giving myself a maximum ceiling and then trying to get to that maximum, or trying not to get to that maximum ceiling and spending as little amount of money as possible. Knowing how many rooms in the house I want to focus on, I also give each section of my home that I'm going to decorate a mini budget out of that bigger budget, right? So if I have a total budget of $500 and I have 5 spaces, the living room will have the bigger budget because it's the space I'm going to decorate a lot more for. Or like outside, people, you know, there's more people that are going to see the outside of your home, so I might put a little bit more money into decorating the outdoors. So that's kind of the things that I think about when I decide how much money I want to spend on each space. So let's move on to number 3, which is plan the stores you are going to go to. I cannot stress how stressful it is to not know what stores you're going to go to. Typically typically when you are shopping in a lot of these big warehouse stores, you can get very overwhelmed with all the holiday items that they have in the stores. So what you really want to do is identify how many stores you even want to go to, and the less stores that you go to, the easier it is for you to save money, because when you go to 5 or 6 different stores, you're going to see hundreds and hundreds of items that you may not even need and that you may not even have any use for. So definitely pick like 3 to 4 top stores that you're going to focus on to getting your items. I wanted to throw in a budget-friendly tip with this step, or this part of my list that I focus on when I'm doing holiday shopping. And that budget-friendly tip is sign up for multiple memberships to get royalty points, or not royalty points, reward points for being a member to these stores. What people don't know sometimes is when you have those reward points, or if you're a member of that store, you actually get access to maybe like early sales that might not be accessible to other people that aren't memberships. And sometimes when you accumulate a lot of those points, you can exchange those points for dollars that you want subtracted from your total shopping amount. So if you go to a store and your total is $100 and you have about $10 to $20 of reward points, that can translate to being like $20 off your entire purchase. And then if you're also a member and you have access to those early discounts, you might get 50% off. So that $100 just turned into $50, and now you still have $20 that you can take off from your rewards, and then now you've only spent $30 on all your items. So that's typically how I'm able to hack or not spend as much money, is just keeping up with all the memberships or sales and discounts that I typically get from being a member. And I know a lot of you guys don't want to be spammed by these companies every 5 seconds on your email or even your phone, but it's definitely a really good way to save money when you're doing your holiday decor shop. The next step that you guys want to focus on when you're doing this holiday decor shopping and planning is shop multiple times before the holidays, rather than going to make one big splurge or one big shopping trip. You don't want to do that. If you have the time, you want to go and maybe shop every 2 weeks before the holiday or season, or you want to shop when the companies are starting to put out the inventory for those seasonal items, because typically when you shop away from the date of when the season or holiday approaches, the prices do tend to be cheaper and they tend to have really good sales. Especially I find that after the holidays are done, when the companies are trying to get rid of things, they will have like 50 or 60% off sales to get that inventory out, because they need to put the spring items back in. I also tend to go at those times too, because I end up getting a lot of items for half the price that I would have gotten if I waited like a week before Christmas or a week before Halloween or anything like that. Those are items that I can use for the next year's holiday, and I've already had it stacked up in my house that are items that I don't have to get again. Shopping before the holidays, or even after the holidays, but after the holidays, technically before the holidays, because like for the next year's holiday. So doing all that stuff in advance will really save you a lot of money, so you're just not spending so much in one trip. Now the last and final thing that I do when I am preparing for holiday decor shopping is reducing, reusing, and recycling items from previous holidays, and I shop my home before I shop the stores. There are often times I will look at my inspiration and I will see an item that I've already have in my house, and I'm like, oh, I can actually just reuse that and use it for the next holiday. One of the biggest things that I do to reuse is I have a lot of photo frames in the house that I got from IKEA, and a lot of these frames at IKEA were very inexpensive. What I typically do, instead of getting new frames every time I have new pictures, I tend to reuse the frames and put in new prints in the photo frames for each holiday. Another thing that I do is I absolutely love candles. I would actually go and buy candles that are neutral colors, so I don't have to worry about it not fitting the theme that I'm going for the holidays, because I've already have all this stash of candles ready to be, displayed, so I'm able to just reuse those. Now, part of the reuse or reduce, recycle things that are in your house, I am not the most confident DIYer yet, but I am getting there. Stay with me, guys. You will see a lot more DIY content coming on this channel. It's just right now I'm still in the practice phase and still figuring out how to use power tools and stuff like that and being a little bit more confident with them. Definitely doing DIY is a big way to reduce the waste that you are from like your carbon footprint going to the stores and stuff like that. Also reusing items that you may have already in the house, and that could save you a lot of money. Sometimes DIY can cost you a lot more money if you don't have a lot of the tools readily available, but if you have those tools or items readily available for you to DIY, that can save you a lot of money as well. Part of the reduce, reuse, and recycle thing that I also think is really helpful to do during the holidays is checking out Facebook Marketplace or checking out any kind of like local groups that might be in your area of people getting rid of stuff. There are often times that people, when they're moving or something like that, they may give away their Christmas items for free. Sometimes people give away like wreaths, garlands, even Christmas lights that are like in great condition. They just don't have space for it, or the items that they have just doesn't fit their theme anymore. It's very rare to find someone that's giving all of those items away for free, but it does happen, and I have come across people that have done that, and I just missed the time to get the items because someone was just faster than me. But there are people that just give away these things for free, so definitely, you know, as a way to reduce waste, instead of throwing those things out, or instead of going out and buying those things, find someone who is getting rid of them, and oftentimes they would be giving them to you for free. So we talked about the 5 different things that I do to prepare for my holiday decor shopping without breaking my wallet. Doing that final last tip has been tremendous for me because a lot of the items that I get, yes, I do buy them, but I do have other stuff that has been gifted or I have gotten for free off of Facebook Marketplace, so that helps me really stay in my budget. So thank you guys for watching today's video and learning more about how I prepare for the holiday shopping and how I don't break the bank. And I want you guys to comment down below and tell me if any of the tips that I do are things that you do as well, and we can talk about it. If you aren't doing any of these items, comment down below if you will start doing them and see if it even helps you out. And if it doesn't, sorry, it only worked for me, I guess, but if it works for you, I'm really happy that it did, and I hope I'm saving you some money during the holidays. So but definitely like this video, subscribe to my channel, have your friends and family subscribe to my channel, turn on that notification bell so you can get notified every time I post a video. Just as a small disclaimer, we are approaching Christmas and we are approaching New Year's, and I'm going to be spending some time with my family, so I won't be posting videos for next Sunday or the following Sunday on New Year's Day, but I will be back in January with more content for you guys, and I'm just excited to share more lifestyle content with you guys. So thank you for reaching the end, and I will talk to you guys in January. Bye everyone.
Real life, talking about that real life, holding on 'cause it just feels nice.